Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Marilyn Shannon, and this is the Breaking Free Show. And I want to welcome you here from wherever you are, from all over the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. And I know that your time is extremely valuable, so I'm happy to share it with you. So thank you so much. And I want to welcome Amnan, who is our producer.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. It's good to see you here.
It's good to be here.
I know.
What's the alternative?
We're expecting some bad weather, so
Yeah.
made sure to get here a little early. So you're doing all right?
I'm doing just fine.
Good. So today, like every day, we have another extraordinary guest. I just love, selfishly, I just love meeting our guests before you do because I love to connect with them. And we have just an amazing array of people who come on here and share with me, share with you, their passions, their art, their life, their techniques, their strategies, their way of living a life that's free and beautiful and contagious. And today's guest is just one of those individuals that you meet along the way that you think to yourself, oh my gosh, is he real? And yes, he is. And so I'm going to introduce him in a second, but I want to tell you about a quote that I want to give you today. And it actually is from my guest, which just blew me away when I spoke to him. He said that everything we do is a self-portrait. And I heard that, and I've been sharing that with everybody. Remember, everything we do is a self-portrait. And we're going to get into that in a minute. But today my guest is Eloy Morales from Spain. He's considered to be the best hyperrealist painter in the world. And let me tell you something. Before I started looking at his work, I had no clue what that really meant. But, oh my God, when I started looking at it, I was blown away. He's got accolades from all over the world. He's been doing this for years. He's had shows from everywhere, from New York, throughout Europe. He lives in Madrid, Spain, with his wife and his children. And he's a daddy. He's this artist, and he's a daddy. And it's amazing the work that he does. In fact, most people, when they look at his work, they look at it and they think, this isn't a painting. This is photography. And I looked at it and went, oh, he paints on people's faces. He paints on a picture, on a piece of photography. No, he doesn't. He paints the whole darn thing. And wait till you see it. And his work touches a psychological chord with people. His work has been featured in video, print, exhibits all over the world. But it's about emotion. It's about a connection. It's about deep emotion. And in his own words, it's this love-hate thing going on. And I can go on and on and on and explain to you all who this man is, but I want you to hear for yourself. And he's been doing this painting since he's 4 years old, and he's amazing. So without further ado, let me introduce you, my friends, to Eloy Morales. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Very happy to be here with you.
It's very nice to have you here, and I want to just tell everybody before we get started, this is one of the nicest men I have ever met in my entire life. He's been just terrific. He connects. He understands the little things that we have to do in the background to make this thing happen, and he's amazing. So I want to welcome him here today, and once again, thank you so much for being here. So first of all, what is hyperrealism?
First of all, I want to say I'm sorry for my English level, and because I'm Spanish, and I hope that people could understand what I'm saying. I don't like the tags. I don't like to call myself a hyperrealistic painter because for me this word represents or seems like to have a very close meaning. We used to understand hyperrealism like if we are the painter, a hyperrealistic painter are like a printer. I don't feel that way. I feel that art works in other levels and other emotions and other feelings, and this word for me doesn't represent all the sense of that I want to express with my paintings and when I'm working.
And what do you mean by another level?
Another level. I think art walks in the intangible and the non-physical. It's just the opposite that many people think that my paintings show. Um, and I have to say, sometimes I feel a little misunderstanding with this. It's very difficult to express what I want to say. More difficult in another language that it is not my own language. But I'm sure if people could see my paintings in life, could understand better what I'm saying. The problem is we are looking at very big paintings in a small reproduction through the computer, and you lose all the information, you lose all the pictorial codes, and it's that way. It's not good for me.
So when you're, so what you're trying to express is that when you actually do a painting, and these are self-portraits or painting of members of your family, and we'll get to that in a minute, you really are expressing an emotion that they're feeling or that they in that moment. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I'm always trying to express how I feel in the moment I'm doing my paintings, and it is very nice to see through the years how your paintings and your work change in the time you are changing as a person. It's really beautiful, and it's important that your paint. Change with time.
Right, you grow.
You grow.
You
Okay,
grow,
yes.
right? So when you started, what were you expressing then?
Can you repeat,
Yes.
please?
When you first started painting, or somewhere, I mean, not necessarily when you were 4 years old, but as you started maturing as a painter, as an artist, where were you then as far as your emotional self, your creative self? Where were you then?
You need to get older to do some things. There are a different stage. When you are a kid, you are. I was working a lot to learn at the college, at home, and doing a hard work of learning all the basic concepts of form, of studying from life, and working really hard. And after came a second stage in which you are using all that you have learned to express another concepts. This is why I'm always saying that tool is just that technique is just a tool to express. A tool is not my goal when I'm painting.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. So with age, the emotion gets more developed, and so when you're painting a portrait, you're able to explain more about the emotion. Is that right?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago. Now I'm 40. When I was 30.
So you now express, what do you see now in emotion?
it's very very difficult to express because I feel in different ways in different moments, and it always affects how I'm painting, how I'm working, and vice versa. If I feel sad while I'm painting, I feel sad as a person. It's a complex relationship between my life and my painting, and I can't avoid it.
So when you're painting, are you painting your emotion or your or the person you're painting? Whose emotion are you getting?
Both.
Both. That must be kind of difficult, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's very very difficult, and I'm my worst enemy because I make myself suffer a lot with this question.
In what
my
way? In what way? What is the
what
suffering?
way?
Yeah, what is the suffering?
Because I'm never happy with my results. I prefer the image that was in my head before I start the painting, and I feel that I'm always losing at the end. This is why I told I live a weird relationship with my pain of hate and love.
So you love it when it's in your head, and you hate it when you do it, or do you?
Oh, I'm kidding. I not hate, but it gives me problems. Give me problems to create, or the process of to create my paintings is difficult, and I have to fight with myself. And I'm not talking about technical issues. I'm talking about another situations that I live each day when I'm painting. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's very,
say.
but it's so interesting because I love discussing emotion. I love figuring out what a feeling means, or how we live with them, how it guides us. I love talking about emotion, and I feel like the more we can understand our emotion, the easier our life becomes, because we can use our emotion to get in the way of things, and we can use it to feel free.
Yeah.
Right? Do you agree with that? Or not?
Yes,
Totally?
Totally. I'm always saying that my work is very psychological. Is deep in this aspect. This is why I don't feel recognized. I don't recognize myself when people say that I just I'm a hyperrealistic painter. I know that people do it with love, and I feel really grateful with people that are always showing and telling me beautiful and nice words towards my work. But I don't believe in tags.
So when you're painting, I mean, emotion can change from moment to moment, experience to experience. Is that the difficult thing about, what are you capturing? Are you capturing the kind of like all of the emotion at one time, or what would you say about that?
It is some kind of roller coaster process, because today I feel happy, and tomorrow, who knows? I don't know why, but suddenly something changed. My emotions changed too, and I have to fight with this. I don't want to seem an artist that suffer a lot, but it's a sweet suffering. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it's a sweet suffering because I can live without pain.
You could live without pain, or you can't.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Let me ask. That's extraordinary. That's a big question. Maybe none of us can.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, maybe none of us can live without pain.
I don't know. I think I can live without pain because in the moment I do in summer, the time is long. And I really need to come back to my studio and work again. This is the way I grew up, and this is the way I'm getting older.
Right. Well, I think that sometimes we all push to always feel good and not giving ourselves, you can't feel good all the time. You have to feel all kinds of things. Otherwise, it's not true. It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
No.
We have to feel the anger. We have to feel the fear. We just can't let it sometimes it gets the better of us, but that would be real if we're able to go through all the emotions. That's the trick. That's the beauty of emotion, is to be able to go through all of the emotion, right?
Yeah, and I think it is the price of getting older. When I was a child, this was easier because things were more simple. I think it's very usual, no? Right?
Right. Oh, yeah. It's so much easier when you're a child and you don't have to be faced with certain things, right?
We are talking of paint, but I think we are talking of life too.
And that's the way it goes, right? Isn't it? And that's what it is. So when we spoke on the phone, we spoke about that line about everything and every way that we do things is a self-portrait. And I wanted to talk about that because I think that was an amazing statement that you made. So can you talk to me about that? What you mean by that everything is a self-portrait?
Yes. When I am choosing the models or the motives to paint, I have some things that I know that I can do, and other things I can't, because I can, for example, paint a car on the street. I can paint buildings because I don't feel the same connection with another models and other matters. But I need when I'm painting whatever to feel this connection, and this is why I see it like a self-portrait. You are in all you are painting.
So you're doing.
Lucian Freud say that when you are painting a chair or you are painting whatever, you are doing self-portraits, and I agree with this. It's totally true.
So you're expressing whatever it is about yourself.
Yeah.
And you always are doing that.
Yes. If I'm not recognize myself in what I'm doing, is empty, and I don't feel proud of that work, and I have to erase that work.
So you have to be true to yourself.
Sorry?
You have to be true to yourself.
Yes, always. It's very, very important to be honest, to be very honest with what I'm doing.
And how is and as an artist, because that's another thing you and I spoke about the artists and how true they have to be in order to be an artist. Is that right?
I don't know exactly what you. What you
Well,
are
so as an artist, you're expressing artists.
Yes.
I mean, in order to continue doing your art, whether it's sculpting, whether it's painting, photography, you have, in order to express yourself, you have to be true to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself.
Yes. I don't know another way to do things. I need this situation because I can't paint in another way. I have to feel free to feel my freedom when I'm painting, and I'm not able to feel this way every day of my life, no, right? And it's difficult to
Sure, it is. Well, it
paint.
is. I mean, it is, and I think we're all we're all are artists. We're all creators. We're all artists, and maybe that's where some of the conflict comes in with each of us, because we're trying so hard sometimes to express who we truly are in the world, and how we express that can put us into can make us feel uncomfortable, because we can't put our finger on what my purpose is and how do I express it.
Yeah, and sometimes you are pushing yourself every time, and you have to say stop and relax.
Right. So let me ask you something. Somebody is asking us a question. Debbie is asking us on our chat. What is it about the paint on the faces? Can you explain that? What does that mean? And we're going to show some of those now. I have them
Okay.
here. What does that mean?
Okay, it was the first time I paint myself because I don't like to paint myself, but in this area it's very important that to be myself the model, and the paint symbolizes is a mask. I hide behind this mask. At the same time is war paint, and it's important the title of the series, paint in my head, playing with the meaning of the sentence, but I'm talking about my relationship with pain, but in my mind, on mine, my inner world. And this is a word game.
Wow, you're taking my breath away.
It's difficult. I'm sorry, because it's very, very difficult. We are talking of a really difficult concept to talk. Even
Yes.
you are talking your own language, and English is very, very, very hard to me.
No, you're
I'm
doing
sorry.
no. In fact, if anything, you're explaining it so well, and maybe it's the fact that it is somewhat difficult for you, that you're having to dig down really deep inside of you in order to express.
I'm trying to explain, but many times I don't find the words.
No,
and
but
it's difficult to express these deep concepts.
well, it's always listen. That's always hard to do. You have the same thing happen when you're painting yourself or anybody else. It's the same thing. It's no different. You said somewhere that you have your own language, right?
Okay.
Right?
Say.
it's the same thing when you sit down and you're trying to figure out how you take an emotion, how you take your emotion and put it on that canvas. Right or wrong?
Right.
It's no different than what you're doing right now. We're just painting a different canvas. Same thing.
Another canvas.
And I'm struggling too, and this is my language. And I'm struggling because what we're talking about is so deep, and we're trying in our best way to put a picture to it, to put color to it. And it's magnificent.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's magnificent. I mean, you got me almost in tears. It's wonderful. So, we are a painting, and we are a self-portrait, and I'm trying to get myself out here, and my inside is trying to talk to your inside, and your inside is trying to talk to my inside, and we're putting it out there for the world to hear and see.
It's nice.
It is beautiful.
Beautiful.
And we have people on our chat that that understand what we're talking about. We have a chat. So if anybody out there, whoever out there is listening to us, you are more than welcome to take part in our chat that's going on at the same time that Eloy and I are speaking. And if you put your name on the little line, little box to the right of the video, you'll be part of the chat. And you could write comments. You can add to what people are saying. You can ask questions. And you're more than welcome to call in and speak with Eloy yourself. You can contact us on Skype, which would be computers, that's plural, the number 2, K, voice, and you would come in on voice. Or if you're somewhere local and you want to call in, you can call in at 919-518-9773. And we'd love to have you if you'd love to ask a question or anything you want to know. We're delighted to have you. So we have some questions, and some people want to know some things that you're talking about. So somebody, Suziani on our chat, who's a dear friend of ours, and she's with us a lot, she wants to know what it is about the technical part of your painting process. Like, what is it that you actually do to create what you create? It looks... can you describe how you do this? Do you know what paint by numbers is, Eloy? Do you know what kids do this a lot?
The first stage is the idea of what I want to paint. Sometimes the idea come to my head, and sometimes I have to think more. And then I take care a lot of the situation of the light, of the composition, and all in the way I want to show my image, my future image. It's very important, all these aspects before I start the painting. Then I take pictures, a lot of pictures. When I have the image that I want to work, I work the image on my computer, adjusting colors and bright, some so this aspect in general, and then I start the paint on the canvas. The first step is the drawing, the initial drawing, and then I paint always with oil painting, and now I'm working on canvas. And my paintings are made from different layers, a lot of layers. people when people see the image on the internet, um, appear some parts of the painting are done and another are white. People think that it's just the first layer of paint, but it is not that way. I can I used to paint over dry paint day by day, and when I come to my studio, I used to paint over dry paint every day, and you can see one part of the painting with 5 or 10 layers of paint. There are another parts that are white in this moment, in that moment.
So how big are these paintings for the most part?
How big are the
Yes.
paintings?
Yes.
Very, very big.
Very, very big.
Very.
Well, we've got some more to show. We're going to show another one, okay? Let's show another one. You got one? Okay. This is we saw this one, and then what? And can you? And is this you again?
Yes.
And then, so is there any? What do you call this one?
This is 160 centimeters. I don't know in inches.
And then, is this painting have a name?
Yes, it's Paint in My Head series. There are 9 pieces of this series, and I don't know how long the series, how many paintings. In the moment, I feel the series is ending. I can paint more pieces of the series.
So
I did snow forest series, the swimmer series, and in the moment I felt the series was complete, I stopped to follow the series.
So you're painting family, friends. Is that who you're painting?
I was painting my family for a long time, but now I'm changing this process. I decided to change and to do in the inverse mode, and I do a lot of photo sessions with new people that I meet. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work, but it's a different experience, and I'm enjoying this experience now.
So you've changed now. Is that why the paintings are changing? So before you were painting family and friends, and now you're. How have you changed? So now you're painting whoever. How have you changed to be able to do that?
Because I need to change. I was working with my family for a long time, and I was needing another emotions and to feel in a different way. This is the way, and this is the motive, because I decide to change my models.
So do you look for an emotion in somebody? Is it when you're looking at these photographs, or you're looking for a model? Are you looking for some type of emotion, or are you looking for just an emotion that you want to express?
For me, it's very simple. You feel the magic or not in the moment you are meeting the person. When you are looking at the eyes of the people, you can feel if you. And I know if I could paint or not to paint a painting of that person, and it is not a matter of to be ugly or to be handsome, to be fat or to be thin. It's a question of connection.
That, it's a question of connection. So, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I just feel it.
You feel a
when
connection.
I have been doing a lot of photo session, and I have to say I felt that connection with 5 or 6 people.
So this connection. So I guess tell me this. When you're painting someone, and your paintings are so real that it's almost like you really have to have permission to get so close to someone to be able to paint them the way you do. And in that connection that you have with somebody is a unspoken permission. Does that make sense?
Yeah. We are talking again of the intangible, of the non-physical, all these emotions that are in the air. When I'm trying to catch the air, the emotions, the magic that suddenly appears in my studio. Sometimes when I'm doing the pictures, I don't want to copy exactly the photo. I want to catch the sense, the feelings that there are at my studio in the moment I'm doing the pictures.
Let me ask you something. So when you're painting somebody, whether it's yourself or somebody that you know, and you've already been doing that, are you also including not just the emotion that they're feeling or that you're feeling, but are you including the relationship you have with them?
Yes. I love to work with not professional models, because professional models are professional models, and I love to show how people feel in front of my camera, in front of me. And was really nice to check this situation with new people. And it's amazing because we are all different, and we feel different, and we express in a different way our emotions. And there are people shy, not shy people, and paintings talks all about this feeling, or I try to talk about these feelings.
No, you're doing great. I mean, we're all understanding you. So is it your reaction to the painting, or is it just your feeling, period? Like, are you painting how you're feeling about somebody in that moment as well? Or is it your feelings in general?
In general.
Very interesting. Yeah. So there's a lot that you're capturing. There's a lot.
Sorry?
There's a lot. You're able to see a lot. You really feel a lot in your body.
Yes, I feel a lot. I'm always feeling the need of telling and expressing all these feelings with my paintings. It's really nice to dedicate all my life, all my days to trying to explain this relationship.
Wow, it's really amazing to me that you can be that tuned in, and I know it's a struggle. I know that it's not always easy to capture it, but so you feel deeply in your heart.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I feel very deep from my heart, and this is what I'm trying to express. while I'm painting, and this is my way to be as a person too.
So
I don't know if I'm answering what you are asking.
no, you're
me.
doing. Listen, you are doing great. You are doing
I
great.
think it's all the questions are related.
Oh yeah, oh
Are
yeah,
connected.
absolutely, and that's. I mean, we're sculpting something. We're creating something, and it's bit by bit, just like I'm imagining. You tell me if I'm right or wrong, but when you're painting somebody, you're going bit by bit, because every part of their face is going to show the emotion differently, or the eyes, or the mouth, and every bit of it expresses a piece of whatever it is that you're feeling. Is that right or wrong?
It's more complex.
Okay.
It is. I don't know because I love to have every day an open door to the unexpected while I'm working, despite of many people think this is why I not feel as a hyperreal painter, because every day I need to have surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
If
I
not,
understand.
this could be very bored.
Yes. So did you act? Did you go to art school? Did you have a formal art education?
Yeah.
You did. Is that college beyond?
Yes, I was studying here in Madrid at the College of Fine Arts, la Universidad Complutense de Madrid.
What is it like for someone like you to go to school? I mean, what are you actually learning when you go to school?
I have learned a lot of things. I'm very happy to have lived that period, because they have learned to me a lot of things, not just technique, but they have learned to me to think and to see the world in a different way, and to be very open-minded, and to respect all type of arts. I think all this you get rich when you learn to respect all the different things in life, and I have learned this in in the college. They helped to me to learn to be this way.
You know, it's here again is something that I'm going to try to put into words, just like you. So, the fact that you are that open to all of life makes it easier for you to have these relationships, to be able to paint, because you're all open, and at the same time being this like container holding all of these things inside of you also makes it complex.
Yeah.
Right?
It's difficult.
It's very difficult. So
Very difficult.
somebody's asking, they have great questions out here on the chat. So first of all, who are your role models? Who do you look to as an artist to another artist? Who is the artist that you look to that you say is great, is fabulous?
My reference. Are you talking about my reference?
Yes.
At the college period, I get a lot of reference, amazing artists like the Spanish Antonio Lopez, Velázquez, Vermeer, Gerard Richter, Marta Cárdenas. There are a lot of wonderful painters that I have learned from them a lot. But now I'm not thinking in no one while painting. But I have to say there are a lot of artists, amazing artists that I enjoy a lot in the world. We are lucky to have a great artist in this moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any question?
I want to ask.
Okay, Amnon has a question.
Eloy,
Yeah,
in this picture, who's on your T-shirt?
I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. In the picture,
Okay.
who is on your T-shirt?
It's Charles Bronson. I did.
Oh, it is.
I-
Okay, never mind.
I did it. I did it too.
Okay.
So-
It's, I have to say one secret is I don't listen to music while I'm painting. I used to watch movies. Yes, I know that sounds weird, but it's true. I watch movies. Obviously, I'm not seeing the screen, but I'm hearing the movies, and I love to watch this kind of movies, like be TV movies or action or movies from the 80s.
That's great.
For a second there, I thought it was Che, and I'm saying, well, he's too young for that.
It is Charles Bronson
Okay.
from the Murphy's Law movie.
Yep.
So, you're a daddy, right?
Yeah, my daddy.
You're
Sorry?
a daddy. You're a daddy. You have children.
Yes, I am.
So Chris wants to know how your art inspires you as a parent, or how does your children inspire you?
I think that to be a daddy is one of the situations of the facts in my life that has changed me the most, because it's a bath of reality. In the moment you become a daddy, you are putting your feet on the ground. I think it's good because your outlook of reality changed a lot, and this is amazing. How you are changing as a person.
Yeah, because with children, of course, they don't see some of the things that adults worry about. They see, the beauty in life. They give us a great perspective because they're not going to worry about the things that may not need us to worry about.
Yeah, and at the same time, it is very difficult to be a daddy too. It's again the same. It's struggling,
Yeah,
over and over again.
yeah.
It's difficult, but they are my motivation, my main motivation in this life, and it's obviously I love them the most, but at the same time I feel afraid.
Afraid of what?
That yes, what could happen to them is. I think it's normal. It's very common to all daddies.
Yeah. Do you have daughters?
I get one daughter and one boy.
Yes. I'm a grandma now, and I don't.
You're a grand. Congrats.
I have a grandchild, and getting ready to have a second. And I don't think you ever stop caring and thinking about your children, no matter how old they get. Once you're a parent, I think you're always a parent.
Yeah.
And you never give that up.
It's a really nice feeling, I think. It's the nicest feeling of this world. But it's very difficult to be a good daddy. It's
Right.
difficult, and and sometimes you are busy and you feel that you are not taking care of them enough, and and I don't like to feel in this way.
Right. Well, that's something that do you end up expressing that in your painting as well?
Sorry?
Do you express a lot of that in your paintings? The feelings you have about being a dad, has that changed?
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying. I'm trying to express this love too in my paintings.
This
And
love. You see, that's what I just loved about you in that one moment, that one split second. Instead of saying about expressing the pain, you chose to say the love.
maybe not in a explicit way, but I think I do in a more general way, because the love that I feel for my kids is I think is making me a better person. Um, all
Yes.
you are. We can talk again about self-portraits.
Yes.
And now I am in the way I am because my kids make me feel this way too, and they are part of these self-portraits too. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do, because you're an artist, you're a husband, you're a daddy, you're a man, you're a man with a heart. I mean, you have so many different parts of you, and as a person like you are, who is, I mean, spends a lot of time expressing feelings and emotion and understanding. You, that's such a big part of who you are. It's part
Yeah.
of, it's how come the self-portrait keeps changing, right?
Yeah.
And
I think you are doing a good portrait of me.
yes,
Yes, with your words, I think you are doing a good portrait. I recognize myself on your words.
wow. Now that's a compliment.
Yeah,
Thank,
it's true.
thank you very much, because you know, I love art. I love art, and I love artists. I mean, I could sit and talk to artists all day long and feel like I'm just not even on the ground, like I'm floating. And I've always wanted to know what my art was. You know, I'm not a painter, really. I did a sculpture once, and it was very exciting, in stone and just, you know, clay. I mean, it was a blast. But I really feel like my art is in interpreting a person, helping a person, I mean, interpreting a person's feelings.
That's
What were you going to say?
very important to have people who can understand what the artists are doing, because if not, the conversation is not complete. We do what we do for ourselves, but we need a beholder in the other side that could appreciate what we are doing. Is important too.
Yeah, and you know, I now I say that these interviews that I have, like with you, it's an intimate conversation, because we get to see so much of who you are as an artist, as a human being, as a, you know, what you're doing, what you're doing for the world. I mean, and you're explaining a part of the of humanity that many of us, you know, we kind of go through quickly, and we don't get to really connect to the level and depth that we're talking about now. And this is extraordinary, and it's very valuable. And I just want to say just behind Eloy is a painting. Is one of your paintings, right? Is that one of your hello? Are you there?
Yes,
okay.
yes. I was
okay.
listening.
Good. That you are a very good listener. See, that's another thing.
Yes, it's important to be a very good listener.
Yeah, but you listen. Okay, we have to talk about this for a second. You listen on some of the on the deepest of level, because you're listening beyond words, and you're listening to where there is no words.
I don't know what is the question. Sorry.
Well, I don't even know if I'm asking a question. I'm sort of making a statement. You listen.
Yes,
I'm not saying
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I perfectly understand what you were saying, but I think that you were asking me after the sentence.
Yeah, I do you agree? So listening, I love listening. I think listening is the most important thing we can do, both on the surface as well as to everything gives off information. All of our senses, everything, touch, smell, everything tells us something. And you know how to do that. You know how to listen on those levels deeply. Deep.
I think it's important to listen, and you can learn a lot of things. Listening people, it's important.
Very important, and that's where some of the issues come in, is when you can hear things that people don't even realize that they're even saying. You can hear what people aren't even saying.
A lot of people that don't do it.
Right. And honestly, that's part of my work in life, is to help people remember to listen on and to learn to get to those levels that you're talking about, and the level that you live at. You live at that level. You live at those levels, and that can be difficult at times too. And I think talking like this is really helps bring it out. So
we are talking about important things and deep concepts in the whole conversation. No, it's really nice, and it's beautiful to talk after seeing my painting as an excuse. That finally we are talking of all these matters are beautiful things, and deep, really deep concepts.
Yes, and unfortunately, we are like within a minute of being done and out of time for this, and this has been just extraordinary. And I want to thank you so very, very much for being here and with me today, and with everybody.
It was my pleasure. I have to say one more time, I'm sorry I would like to do it better, but I think that people could imagine what I'm trying to express, and maybe after this show, people could see my paintings in a different view. No?
Yes, I think so, and you did an excellent job. This is probably one of those paintings that you may never see in real life, but I want you to know that what you have painted today will live in the hearts of many. And it's nothing they can touch. They can just feel it. Can you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the...
Yeah, my pleasure.
Nice words.
My pleasure. So tell everybody, like, your website. Is there a website they can go to?
Yes,
to see your work?
I think the more simple way to see my website is eloymorales.es. Is go to Google and put Eloy Morales, and my website is the first in the first place of the list.
Yeah, he's all you have to do is put his name in there or go to Facebook. He's got a tremendous following on Facebook, and it's just, you just open your mouth and your jaws just drop. So I want to thank everybody for being here today to share this moment. That's all it was, is a moment in time. And you are a delightful human being, and you're going to be my friend for life.
I'm sure.
Yes. I'm coming to Spain.
Okay, here's your home.
Absolutely. And I'll see you in New York sometime too, I'm sure.
Okay, next year.
And everyone out there, thank you so much for being here today. And I wish you just a beautiful day. Thank you so much. And Eloy, hang out for just a second before, after everybody leaves. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, Health In with Debbie Bruck, Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Lessons of Vietnam with NCVVI members, The Tanya Love Show, Reawaken Your Brilliance with Julie Seibert, and if you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it at www.nissancommunications.com. Sponsored by Atomus.com, makers of quality video recorders and converters for professionals. ThatVidBlasterGuy.com, CarolinaApparel.com, and DeltaForce.net.